If your employer offers a 401k and you're not using it and are not using it correctly, you're turning down free money, not a figure of speech, an actual guaranteed return on your money that you're walking away from. This video is the complete 401k guide. What it is, how the tax math works, the employer match you cannot afford to ignore, what to invest in once the account is open, and the one mistake that costs people thousands. First, what a 401k actually is. A 401k is a retirement savings account offered through your employer. The money comes out of your paycheck before taxes, gets invested, grows over your career, and is taxed when you withdraw it in retirement. The tax math. If you earn $60,000 and contribute 10%, $6,000, to a traditional 401k, you're only taxed on $54,000 that year. At a 22% marginal rate, that's $1,320 in federal tax you don't pay this year. The $6,000 grows untaxed. You pay taxes when you take it out, presumably in retirement when your income is lower. The basic deal, you defer taxes now, pay them later at what should be a lower rate. Now the employer match. This is the part most people underuse or misunderstand. Many employers match a percentage of what you contribute, commonly 50% or 100%, up to a certain portion of your salary. A 50% match on the first 6% means if you contribute 6% of your salary, your employer adds another 3% for free. On a $60,000 salary, that's $3,600 from you and $1,800 from your employer, guaranteed. That's a 50% return on $3,600 before the market does anything. No investment offers a guaranteed 50% return, not one. Contributing anything less than the full employer match is leaving part of your salary on the table. This is the highest priority action in personal finance for anyone with access to an employer match. Before Roth IRA, before paying off low-interest debt, get the full match first, the contribution limit. For 2026, the 401k contribution limit is $23,500 per year. If you're 50 or older, you can contribute an additional $7,500 as a catch-up contribution, $31,000 total. Most people don't hit the full limit. That's fine. The priority order, contribute enough to get the full employer match. Build your $1,000 emergency buffer. Then maximize as much as you can afford. What to invest in inside the 401k. The 401k is just an account. Inside it, you choose what to invest in from the options your employer offers. This is where most people go wrong. Common 401k investment mistakes. 1. Leaving it in the default money market fund, essentially a savings account, earns almost nothing. 2. Spreading it across 12 different funds that are all basically the same thing. 3. Picking actively managed funds with expense ratios of 1% or more. The better approach, find the lowest cost index fund your plan offers. Look for Total Market, S&P 500, or Large Cap Index in the fund name. Check the expense ratio. A good fund costs 0.3 to 0.20% annually. An expensive fund costs 0.75 to 1.5%. That difference compounds. On a $200,000 account over 20 years at 7% annual growth. 0.05% expense ratio, approximately $729,000 at year 20. 1.0% expense ratio, approximately $597,000 at year 20. The 1% expense ratio costs you $132,000 over 20 years on a $200,000 starting balance. For nothing. You don't get better returns from the expensive fund, you just pay more. Find the cheapest index fund in your 401k and put your contributions there. The one critical thing most people don't do. After you sign up for the 401k and choose where the money goes, most plans require a separate step. Actually setting your investment allocation. The money doesn't automatically go into the fund you want. You have to log in and specify the allocation. Check your 401k account. If the balance is sitting in a stable value fund or a default investment option, it's not invested the way you intended. Log in, find the investment allocation page, and move it. Do this now if you haven't already. The money is probably not where it should be. At 35, starting from zero. Marcus is 35, earns $68,000, and his employer matches 50% up to 6% of salary. He's been contributing 2%, not enough to get the full match. Step 1. Increase contribution from 2% to 6%. That's an additional $2,220 per year. With the employer match, the effective contribution goes from $1,260 to $5,340 per year. That's $4,080 in additional annual retirement savings, with $2,320 of his own money. Step 2. Log in, find the investment allocation, and move everything into the low-cost S&P 500 index fund. Expense ratio 0.04%. He was in the default stable value fund, earning 2%. At 7% annual return from age 35 to 65, $5,140 per year for 30 years, approximately $511,000. That's not including anything already saved, any raises, or any increase in contributions over time. The window to retirement is long. The decisions made in the next 30 days determine a meaningful portion of what that number is. 3 things to do this week. 1. Check if your employer offers a 401k. If you're not enrolled, enroll. It takes 15 minutes. 2. Confirm your contribution is at least enough to get the full employer match. If your employer matches up to 6%, contribute 6%. 3. Log into your 401k account and verify your investment allocation. If you're in a stable value fund or money market fund, change it to the lowest cost index fund available. These 3 actions, done once, will be worth more to your retirement than any optimization made later. If you want to know how a 401k and a Roth IRA work together, when to use each and in what order, that comparison is the next video on this channel. And if you're self-employed or your employer doesn't offer a 401k, the Solo 401k and SEP IRA options are linked here.